Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Welcome to the class, the acronym Making Something Out of Nothing, MSOON. It stands for Making Something Out of Nothing again, and it's all about recycling and upcycling found objects and things that we can make, remake, and beautify. So let's go ahead and get started today. I just want to recap on last week. I know that we have a few more people joining us today, so I want to go ahead and go over the project again that we were doing last week. All right, last week I said to you all to get prepared for the next project. However, we are going to do some of our fun palm art creations today. But for the next week's project, you will need what is typed in the chat. If you want to complete this project, it's a beautiful project. I don't want to announce it too soon because some of y'all get so anxious when I get back online. Some of y'all be done made the project and it might not really be right or whatever. Like, how could you have made the project if I didn't even tell you what's going on? But however, it says next week's project you will need, it's in the chat, a dowel. These are your dowels. I told you I had several, which when you buy a pack, they have round dowels, round wooden dowels, and they have about 4 different sizes in here. However, I noticed that I'm going to stick to the smaller size, which is the second size that's in the pack. I don't want to go too thick, too fat, because I don't want my actual, if you can see that, I don't want my actual tubes to be this thick. I want them to be, oh yes, that looks good, Miss Jean. Give me a second so I can see them really good. Okay, yeah, that looks wonderful. So we are gonna just wait one more time to give everybody a chance to make some more. So however, what you're gonna need is a dowel. You will need glue. I put some glue inside of this container that usually is used for condiments or something. All right, you're gonna need magazine or newspaper. I opted to use magazine because the papers are colorful and slick, gives a nice sheen. However, if you want to use newspaper, it's fine, because if you can see in the instructions that you need next week, we have paint, so you can paint over it if you like. And with the newspaper colors, if you wanted to leave some of your newspaper showing for that type of effect, you can. So I have cardstock or stiff paper. You're probably going to need 1 or 2 sheets. You're going to need paint, some type of paint. It doesn't matter if it's spray paint or hand paint, acrylic. Probably not nothing so so expensive or eloquent as oil paint, but you can use tempera or probably gouache or even acrylics. And you're gonna need some type of embellishments. Embellishments mean anything that you can find, like old buttons, old possibly rhinestones, any type of costume jewelry that you lost a piece to or something like that. So for the sake of we having some new people online, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how to roll these pieces, because I do want you all to have some rolled by next week, at least 50, so we can go into the project. So usually, just to go ahead and start my book, I go ahead and tear off the whole cover and back of my magazine and the edge, so that I can just easily, all of the pages will easily come out. However, if you tear the page a little, it's fine, because you are going to roll the page from one corner to the next with the tool. You don't want the tool or the dowel in the center like this, because once it gets here, as you can see, the paper is going to wrap the whole thing up. So I let it lean out to one side. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. I laid my paper down. I have my dowel to one side, but I'm shooting from going to one corner to the other corner diagonally. And so I'm going to just bend that edge over and start to make sure it's curled over and start to roll on my dowel and make sure it stays tight so it doesn't unravel. And as you see, my dowel or my stick is still sticking out right here. I've rolled it from one corner to the next, and now on the edge, I'm going to add some glue, not too much and not too little, just enough all over that whole corner and edge, so that once I spin that, see how you don't want too much because all that glue is just like running out. But sometimes there's nothing wrong with just going ahead and rubbing that glue all on a piece, and then I take my dowel out, and so far that's another tube added to my collection of tubes. And these tubes, these paper tubes are going to be what we are creating our beautiful art piece out of. So once again, I'm just going to roll one more to get this glue off of my fingers.
Kimberlie, I used a wooden spoon. It has a long handle and it's sort of thin like a straw.
Right.
And that helped me. Also a pencil. I have some long pencils that are about the same size too. Because this little stick, this other little dowel that I had that you make shish kebabs with, little.
Yeah, it's really skinny. So that one is kind of too skinny. However, that's very innovative of you, Miss Vicky, to have done that, because I said to everybody, you can use a long paintbrush, the back of the handle of a paintbrush, any type of long stick that you can find that will actually do the job. So that's really good too. Y'all heard that she said she's using the end of a wooden spoon, or the spoon. If you don't have a dowel, you can use that. Okay. So I just made my second dowel, and we're going to move on to the next project. So once again, try to make about 50 of these. And anybody got any questions about the dowel? Anything like that? Anybody got any questions? Okay, so for today, once again, everybody, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes or seconds. What you will need is maybe 2 or 3 sheets of paper, and preferably a Sharpie marker, but you can use an ink pen if you don't have a marker. You can use an ink pen if you don't have a marker. Everybody got your paper?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the palm creations are all about your hand. Okay. So I'm grabbing my paper here, and I'm getting my Sharpie. Even though I have an array of colors, I said to you all before, that's to actually add some color. Markers are really good for this project. We only need in black today. So this next piece is going to be traced.
Kimberlie, right?
So that's Kimberlie.
Hey, Miss Naomi Robinson.
Hey, how's everybody?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right. So although we're going to be tracing our hand on this in in a vertical shape. That's all I'm basically saying. It's gonna end up turning, I'm sorry, horizontal is gonna end up turning vertical. So what you wanna do for this piece is,
Whoops.
you okay, Miss Jean?
Well, oh, there you are. You went away for a second.
I did?
Yeah. We're back.
All right. So what you wanna do is, if you had your hand here like that, let me go to my spotlight so you all, I can make sure you all can see. Okay, if you had your hand like so, right? You are going to trace your hand like this. Spread out as much as you can. So if you want, once again, I always say to you, if you want me to trace my hand first and show it to you as a demonstration, I will. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to stand up so I can get over my hand because it's a little bit tricky. But the only thing is you have to make sure your hand is spread all the way out. Don't have it like that. Have it the thumb all the way out and the pinky all the way out as well. And so when you finish, what you should have is this.
Wow, that's funny.
All right, everybody got that?
Yes.
Down.
So once again, my paper is vertical. I'm gonna turn it to the side like this, where the thumb is up and the
Pinky.
pinky is going to the back. Yes, thank you, Ms. Jean. So once again, I need my clipboard to have some stability behind it.
That still looks funny. Ew, got funny
All right,
hands.
y'all ready?
Yes.
So from right here, you're going to draw 1, 2, 3 humps. I think I want to switch markers because that marker is brand new and the tip is a little bit fine, and I need one that's a little bit more broad. So from there, you're going to connect these lines like so. Here and there. And here. That's 3. Ready? All right. From there, you're going to go into 4. And we're going to go about right here and make 1 circle. And then another circle. And the inside, you want to make a circle like so.
Whether your project is big or small,
Somebody mind your television. Or either just mute yourself. If you want to watch TV, just mute yourself. Now you need like a little cheek and a smile and a wiggly tongue. And then here, we're going to make a diamond shape. Remember, you can add on to this later by adding more designs into those, or however you see fit to make yours different than the basic of what I've shown you. And I want to get a few more in because next week we're going straight to our project with the tubes and the dowels. I'm making some zigzags or half diamond triangle shapes on the bottom. Anybody know what that is?
Snail.
Snake.
Snake.
Snail.
Snake.
The snake.
It's a snake.
A happy snake.
That's what he
Going about his business.
You know, he looks like a snail too.
Right. So if you don't mind, let's go ahead and switch out paper. Last week we had two that I said I wanted you all to take some time to color. I have all mine colored next week. So last week we did this giraffe.
Okay.
And also we did this
Peacock.
that I ended up messing up having to do my feet on a different page. So that's that. And so right now that's our third one and we're moving on to the next one. Get a new sheet of paper. These are some really fun ideas you can do just at home or get some beautiful pieces to give as gifts, or you can do it with your grandchildren. So the next palm idea is going to be, all right. So if your hand were, let's say like this, again, I always start out like this. I think we're going to trace with all of our fingers. See that? Like so. But then you don't want to trace around the whole hand, so to speak. I'm going to show you how much to trace. Top portion. All right. So let me trace that, standing up. Make sure your thumb is like really sticking out. That's all I can say. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way over. Okay, this is pretty much what you want.
Okay.
And so after that, you're going to come down. I think I want to come from the bottom so I can get more of a straight edge. and around, loop up to that thumb portion, almost like the bottom of the palm right here. All right, moving right along. From there, you want to go from this long line here, the neck, and you want to come all the way to the back right here, not to the bottom, but come up some, draw a line all the way down like so. See, I still have a little space right here, and I'm coming from the top of the neck down right there. And from each of these joints, you want to draw a line coming down like so. So you should have maybe about 5 lines. I'm gonna say 1, 2. I'm kind of just trying to curve mine a bit. 3, 4, 3, 4, and now say 5. And from there, maybe up into about this joint, you want to do some curved lines, like a smile to the side. Curve them a bit to give the body of this creature, this creation, the illusion of having roundness. Curve those lines. And then you're gonna make a cute little ball or circle. And then you are going to make a circle within that circle and just kind of sort of color it in, but leave a dot, a white dot on the inside. Make a smile. A smile always makes things better. And put 2 goofy, googly antennas on the top with a little bubble.
That's a snail, huh?
That's a snail. And so if you want,
I don't look like that.
yours don't look like that?
Mm-mm.
It's okay. All snails look different. So from there, it's up to you what color you want your snail.
Oh, what?
If you want to go ahead and start blacking out the opposite rows, you can. But for now, we're just going to go ahead to the next creature. All right. Get your little sheet of paper. Hopefully you finish with that one. Somebody said,
Why is that?
All right, next piece. You want to draw on the paper vertically up and down. And I'm going to draw my hand like with my fingers cupped over first. Please let me kind of demonstrate it. Then you can do it like right after me. So first thing I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's the first thing you gotta do. The only thing I did was put my hand on here like that, and I did not trace my thumb. I just traced the 4 knuckles, or 4 fingers and knuckles. Hopefully you got that down. It's kind of like how we started the snail, but we drew the snail with thumb with the snail, but not with this. All right. So then you're gonna turn that upside down like that. You got it upside down like that. What you're gonna do is make your finger with 2 fingers up like this, and then 2 knuckles. So I'm gonna draw that and let you see that. Just do the best you can. All right, so that's what I got. How I had my hand on the page was like 2 knuckles kind of down in the center, and I tried to widen the index finger and the pinky out, so to speak.
Okay.
So if you noticed in this palm idea, we are using 2 palms to create one thing.
Like a
All right.
ghost.
All right, so here you want to draw 1 large circle, here 1 large circle. Try to draw a little bit neat. Here, kind of like an upside down teardrop. Upside down teardrop.
Upside down.
I'm drawing something that looks like a C over here, then a backward C, trying to match it over there. Here, 2 little lines and kind of like a squiggly smile, so to speak.
Oh.
You want to circle in the inside. I'm darkening that in, but I'm leaving a white bubble for the reflection in the eye or the actual shine. Same thing over here. Okay, there is a mistake I just made where I blackened the outside of that bubble. So the only thing I'm going to do is blacken the outside of this one. That's all you got to do. There's no mistake in art. You just fix it.
Is that?
Don't be funny, Miss Vicky. From there, 1, 2, 3,
Whoop! A frog!
4. And then
Froggy!
1, 2, 3.
It's my hand not that pretty or something.
I can't help if your hand created because mine looking pretty funny too. Yep, mine looking pretty funny too. All right, if we can, let's move on right to the next
Wait a
page.
minute. Wait a minute. You got the little, the little star-like things. How many prongs? 4.
Mine had 3, but I made one with 4. And when you said, what is that? I was gonna say a frog with chicken feet. All right, we're going on to the next piece right quick, which is probably our last piece for the day. And if you want to go ahead and color some of those beautiful, unique creatures, we'll be able to show them next week. So what you're gonna do now is make your hand like so, spread the fingers out, and where this joint is sticking out where the thumb is. You want to trace it there. However, I'm going to trace it there first, and then you'll be able to, yeah, mimic that. All right, this is what you want. All right, so next up in here, you want to draw 2 lines to the side like so, and kind of curve up and around. Same thing on the other side. Go in, out, and down. Then right here, you want to draw 2 large circles. I want to say closer to this side where the hump is, to where the thumb was, maybe like a big circle. You can see the proportion that I'm drawing in here. And one right next to it, big circle. Then you want to leave like a half moon at the bottom of the circle, like so. I'm drawing that on the other side. And I'm going to make a bubble at the top, like so, and darken this center in. So I see my eye is uneven a little bit. I just want to even it out. Here on the side, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. Other side, 1, 2, 3. Here, I'm going to make 2 lines like that, kind of even, and then draw like a little tip to the side, like so. Here, maybe like a little triangle, so to speak, upside down, then draw an anchor on it. 1, 2, 2 big bunny or rabbit or buck teeth. I'm drawing a line in the center, so it'll be centered out. Then I'm gonna draw 2 big giant teeth that don't necessarily have to be straight to make it even look a little goofier.
Oh, buddy.
And I'm going to draw probably a little tongue sticking out of that. And I want to draw like a neckline coming down just a bit. Don't forget, on your bunny, you can put some pearls. You can put a lace collar. However, whatever you want to do. Then I want to make a little cloud right above her head. Then I'm going to make a medium cloud right above her head. Miss Annie Love. Woo! Annie Love Chotes. I see you in the class, girl. Annie Love. You ain't saying nothing. Miss
No.
Annie, wave your hand. Annie Love Chotes. All right. This is our third bubble. We got to make it a little bit more open.
Oh.
It's a cloud. It's like a thinking cloud. Then I want you to draw a long triangle. And that.
Carrot.
Yep. That's what you think that rabbit thinking about, a carrot.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you right. So you just kind of do some squiggly lines that you're gonna end up coloring green, so to speak, to make your carrot. Don't forget, you can embellish these any kind of way you want when you color. Like I'm going to, I was gonna grab my pink.
You hold your frog back up again. Oh,
Do that again.
your frog.
You want to see the frog?
Mm-hmm. And that.
That wasn't the frog. That was the.
Yeah, no.
All right. Here's my frog.
Okay. I just took a picture to see what I did wrong.
You didn't do nothing wrong. I'm sure you just showed the way your hand probably shaped. This is the snail.
Okay. Yep, it's the way my hands.
This is the giraffe, even though we did not do this today. This is the peacock. Come back, legs. And this is the snake. We did this one today.
Okay. Thank you. I see you, Vicky.
My class is like really over for today. However, if you want to go ahead and log off to join someone else's class, you're really free to, but this class is early, so you do have some time for somebody else's class to start per se. But however, I just felt like, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and do one more piece. Yeah, we'll do one more piece right quick for anybody to just join. So if you want to grab a piece of paper and a Sharpie marker or a ink pen, feel free. We're gonna go ahead and do one more piece to add to our collection of animals. And don't forget, don't look at this artwork as being something that's kitty, so to speak, because you can make it, beautify it, and upgrade it so much to put it in your portfolio. So once you see beautify these creatures next week, telling you, and you know, Miss Naomi, I know you real good at coloring stuff and embellishing. Go ahead and be creative with these things. So the last piece that we was doing, I just talked a little bit to give people a chance to go ahead and grab a sheet of paper. And so this is our next piece, the last piece we're gonna do for the day. So go ahead and get your hands massaged out and ready. All right. So the next piece we're going to do is going to be like, so, let's see. I think to the side, horizontal will be good. So you want to trace your hand like so, but don't let the fingers close. And once again, I'll go ahead and trace that so you all can see how it looks first, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to do yours as well. So I think the top fingers will be leaned over kind of like a little bit more than the thumb, so to speak. So I'll let you just see that. Soon as I trace this out. All right, so this is pretty much what you want. I tried to close this in a little bit. It's a little bit wide, but it's gonna be fine. I think I'm just gonna go in there now and close that in. Mine was a little bit wide for me. So from there on the back, you're going to draw a line coming straight down. Don't forget in the chat, young people, I have all of the instructions and tools that you need for next week. It says you need a dowel, glue, newspaper or magazine, cardstock or stiff paper, paint and embellishments. If you don't have paint and embellishments next week, is fine, because that's going to be probably the next class, because first we have to construct what we actually doing. Where this line is coming back here, you want to go above it a little bit and draw another line coming down, so to speak. All right, from there, you want to, from here, you want to draw a line from the top of this nodule coming back to maybe right there. You want to draw a line coming all the way around like so. From the top all the way to that line that was coming in, like that. And here you're going to draw a line going like so. Right here in the bottom where the thumb is. And at the top going kind of like, I'm just drawing my hand like here, but I'm going across there like that. From here, you want to draw a big circle about that size. Then inside, draw another circle, but then darken that circle in and make a white, keep a white dot in the center of that. I'm just neatening my circle up some. From there, you want to draw back here. You want to draw like a hump coming down like so. It's almost like an S. Then you're going to come out here and back in. Here, you are going to curve like so and draw like a hook. And then you want to go ahead, take your time, as you see I am, and darken that portion in. Neaten it up if you like on the edges.
Hold it up a little bit, Kim. Yeah.
If you don't have a marker now, you know you can do this step later. If you're using an ink pen or anything, just know that you have to darken that in. And y'all know with markers, you do not color, you draw lines. if you color, it's sort of the air dries out the marker. So you want to draw lines. Actually, what you just saw me doing, I was just making my beak wider at the top. So all those lines in there, you don't even need them. That's just, all these lines right here, you don't even need them. I just did that to darken my beak in more. Also, you want to go ahead and darken in this bottom portion. Which is the beak, the bottom of the beak. I guess I gave away what it's supposed to be by keep saying beak. So don't be afraid. Next week, I want to see some of y'all's pieces too when y'all get them decorated, colored. Even if you only had one to show, it'll be really good to share. And I'm gonna darken in this baby right here. Also, when you are drawing those lines with the marker, you want to go in the same direction because it leaves marker lines. And sometimes you can be even creative and draw shapes and words that will also give you like designs. So from here, you want to draw some kind of feather type designs in the face. And I'm drawing a little bubble, medium circle, and I'm going up here with a cloud or another bubble, and just make it as large as you want to have your message in here, so to speak. And what I'm going to actually do is, I think I just want my bird to simply say, you can make your bird say whatever you want your bird to say. So it's obvious that this is a parrot. And so when you add color into it and everything, it'll even look more like a parrot. Y'all finished with that?
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Okay. Right quick, get another sheet of paper. usually your hand would be like this. What you're gonna do is ball up the whole hand, and I will. Basically, you're not gonna trace the whole hand, so to speak. 1 second.
Can you have your thumb inside or out?
It's like in, and it's really tucked in far so that it doesn't stick out. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna trace that first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is all you want. And I put my hand on here, like so, and traced out the knuckles, but I didn't go all the way down. Because from there, you want to draw like a, don't go so far, but you just want a, is everybody got that point?
Yes.
From there, you want to draw like a little bit of hump coming down, like so. I know it's weird. Then you're gonna basically bring it on around, like so. If you can get that, just do the best you can. Okay, be careful because here you really are able to do what you want, but from this last knuckle joint, which is probably the index finger, you want to not go all the way down, but come here and make like a swirl. From that swirl, you're gonna go up, come around, you're gonna go down, swirl. It's like going up, down, up, down. So look, swirl up, swirl down, swirl up. Then this one is gonna go, of course, down. We're gonna go back, up again. From here, where the knuckles that's already here, we're gonna come with probably a swirl here and a swirl there. And as you can see what we pretty much making, I guess it just depends on where you want your swirl, so to speak. Here, we're gonna draw sort of like a closed up little gap, and then I want you to draw 2 loops at the top for a bow, and then just the line that's kind of coming out. Here I want to make my hair thicker, depending on the shape of your hair. If it looks right, then just keep it going like it is. From here on the back, you want to make a neckline curving in and going down. And just kind of look at your head to say where your neckline should be, so to speak. In the front of the neck, I want my neck a little bit thinner. So I'm going to come in like so. From here, I want to draw, I want to say half of a football, like that. Then come over here and draw a whole football. Make a bubble inside of that, and then darken it in, but make sure you leave a bubble for reflection or light. Same thing on the other side, but the bubble is going to be towards the front so that both eyes will be looking the same way. Then I'm going to add lashes. If you want to recreate this piece and redo your hair, you can also make the lady look more Afrocentric. I'm drawing a nose with a little nostril. Then I'm going to draw the skin around the nostril. And from there, I just want to add her some lips. The top lip is going to look kind of like an M, spread out. Then I'm going to add the little bulb to that, meet it, and then I'm going to add the bottom. My lady head seems somewhat cut off right here, so what I'm going to do is make her ponytail thicker. And I'm going to make her some more curls kind of at the top to make her head a little bit bigger. I like big head characters. One thing I can do is make her probably like an earring. And I think I want to make her a collar. But this is just, we finished with the piece. This is all just preference. Whatever you want to do. And that's the conclusion of that piece. One other thing I see, I can make her brows. She needs eyebrows.
She don't have any eyebrows.
And I need to connect this where it'll look like a headband.
There you go, Kimberlie.
Okay. Good job. All right. So don't forget, young people, next week have your dowel, your glue, your newspaper, and your magazine. And please go ahead and roll out some of these paper tubes. You need a good, at least 50. We're gonna make a really, really beautiful, fun project. If y'all just, once y'all see what we're making, y'all gonna be like, ooh, I wish I would have made me some of those tubes. So in your spare time while you're watching TV, just sit and relax, and please go ahead and roll some of these tubes. Thank you so much for drawing with me, making some fun palm art ideas, and we're going to continue our class next week. Don't forget to color some of these. Yes, Miss Jean?
Everybody's phone.
Okay, that must have been Miss Jean, because when I muted her, it went off. So, Miss Jean, you had something to say. I muted you because your music was playing. If you want to unmute yourself, you can. You're clapping, but I can't. You're clapping, love, but you got to unmute yourself. Jean Harris, unmute yourself. Yes, ma'am. You had a question.
I said, no, great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank y'all so much. So don't forget to color these so we can show them next week. And I had a wonderful time with y'all. Welcome, Miss Annie Love Chokes. Thank you, Miss Naomi, for joining. I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining me with MSOON, making something out of nothing. I love you all. Please join into somebody else's class today and have a wonderful and blessed day. My name is Kimberlie Wright. See you next week. Peace.
Vote. Vote.
Bye. Bye,
Vote.
y'all.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Naomi.
Bye.
Bye.
Vote. Vote.